what you are experiencing, that's what we say real quick. The microphones have gone down, brand new equipment. We think we got a shortage in the box, so we just gonna be speaking a cappella. Is that okay? All right, thank you, Miss Maxton. Thank you, man. Don't worry about it. No reflection on you, brother. Technology is only good when it works. It don't work, that's the only value technology has. When it works, it's good. When it doesn't, throw it away. So, what you're experiencing out here today, man, you're experiencing brothers out here telling their truths. The black woman says she wants us to be more candid. She wants us to be more emotional. She wants us to be more truthful. Because when it comes to us sharing our emotions, we shut down. A lot of this has to do with a lot of our childhood. A lot of what you're going through is not your fault. It's not your fault what you're going through. You're carrying the shame and the blame of somebody else in whatever fashion that wronged you. We got boys out here, black men, fathers. You are responsible for your sons. Society gives privilege to young ladies. That's just a fact. They give privilege to women. That's just a fact. But men, it's okay to say you don't know. It's okay to say we don't know. It's okay to say it's hard. Because it is hard. The way you're treated with money is the same way you're treated without it. They treat the black man the same no matter where you go. Trust me. They don't care about your money, if you have it or not. You're black. Yeah. And they don't care. That's why we don't own nothing on the strip, because they won't let the black millionaires come into the city. Yeah. They won't let the Magic Johnson try to come here. Back in the day, Lou Rawls tried to come here. They don't care nothing about black money. They don't care nothing about how much money you have. We have to care about our own. That's why we're here. And it's okay to show up and don't worry about who gets the credit. Want that. Don't worry about who's doing it. Don't worry about who's hosting it. Show up. Don't worry about who gets the credit. Don't worry about who gets the credit. So what? And what? Reap the benefit. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. At least since Jim Crow, from the 50s and the 60s, black folks have been out on the forefront talking the same talk up until 2019. At least since Jim Crow. Wow. Say wow backwards. Wow. We still, it's Lou Collins today. It was Dr. King. It was Malcolm X. It was Medgar Evers. It was all them, Rosa Parks. We still doing the same thing. That's right. I don't want to be holding no speeches about what black folks should be. I want to live my life like black folks should. Come on, come on. I don't want to be talking to black men about accountability and black women about accountability. Why are we still having the same damn speeches? We gotta continue these. Why? No, we'll have to discontinue these speeches and do the work. We gotta do the work. They don't have rallies in Chinatown. They ain't having them in Chinatown. They don't have them down off of Eastern. The Hispanic brothers, they ain't having rallies. They got money, tire shops. Chinatown, they make it, they're enterprising. They're enterprising. We got to start enterprising and stop intercoursing each other. There you go. If I can say that. Well, yes. We got to start enterprising and stop intercoursing each other. Yeah. Make sense? Yeah. That part. So, I'm going to come back next year, Stretch, if I'm invited. I'm the host. But I don't want to. So we, between 2020 and 2021 and 22, we should all have it. We should just be following up with each other. Via text, brother, you good? Your household good? Sister, you good? Your household good? Your kids good? You need something to eat? You got something? You need a ride?
That's right.
We should be doing that.
That's right.
We should be doing that. Now we're in colleges. Now we're in synagogues. Now we're in church. Now we're getting information. So why are we still in the same stagnated situation? Why we still want welfare? Why? Why we still want public housing? Why? And then the daddies can't be in there with their kids. Why we still subscribing to the BS? You go get public housing for shelter for your children, but the father can't be in the dwelling.
Teach them.
There you go.
And then your caseworker tells you how to move. Your caseworker tells you what you can and cannot do and what you can and cannot eat in your place. What you can't have in there. And if you ballin', they tell you where you get that furniture.
Yeah.
Well, how you get a TV like that? Because you got to go and do a recertification. You got to go recertify with housing authority. Then they come in your house and you have to give your whole house up to the federal government for them to shake you down. But we got generation after generation in public housing, and because we only pay $12 a month, we think it's a good thing. It's not. I see you stepping up. We ready?
Teach them.
We ready?
You teach it.
I'm just educating the people.
Teach them.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't new at this, I'm new at this. Why are we here? Why are we here? I don't want to come back next year. Honestly. Because we should have it.
Right.
It don't take 1,000 men to get to 1,000 men. The revolution is now being televised. When I was a kid, they would say it would never be televised. The disrespect on black women, you can see it. World star hip hop or whatever that crap is, how we disrespecting each other is being televised. So when I was coming up at 14 and 15, they were saying the revolution would not be televised. Now it's being televised. Social media. How we disrespecting each other on social media. How we fighting each other in Walmarts and jumping through the windows at Popeye's chickens and all this foolishness. Pushing down our big mamas and disrespecting our big mamas and our mamas. Come on, man. What happened? So look, I ain't running for nothing but success. So this ain't a political platform for Lou Collins. I ain't running for nothing but success. So if you want to join my campaign of success, I have never denied anybody in this community anything. And those that know me, I've helped all creeds of color in my community. Support little league teams out of my pocket, take care of families out of my pocket. It don't matter. I got it. Because it ain't about me. Minister Stretch, I'm proud, brother. I'm proud. And the only reason why I support you, is because nobody else is standing up as a young man and you have no hang-ups. You have no hang-ups. I'm supporting you because you have no hang-ups about none of this crap. And so if you have no hang-ups, you got Lou Collins. And because I'm the MC, I can't talk long. Because I'm the MC. So when you find a young man at 21 that has no hang-ups, because all young people, in most cases, they're entitled. They think somebody owes them something. They think somebody owes them something. They entitled. Because we spoiled them. But ladies and gentlemen, today, we spoiled them because we gave them what we didn't have and we overdid it. And that's why, ladies, you got a 44-year-old man laying up in his mama house. That's why you got men living with their sisters instead of sisters living with their men. That make sense? I'm going to say that again. You got men living with their sisters instead of sisters living with their men. And ladies, I understand when he say, I'm a man, I'm the backbone of the household. No, you're not. When you're not accountable for nothing in the household. And making babies don't make you a man.
Come on, you
That's easy.
Yeah, say that.
Very easy.
You're accountable when you start paying for things and taking care of your children. Come on. And if you need help, every black man out there who does not have a father, the father was not present. Denzel tells it the best. Denzel does a commercial for the Boys and Girls Club. Denzel Washington talked about he didn't have a father in the household. He said the Boys and Girls Club saved his life because they're coaches and they're mentors in Boys and Girls Club rec centers, coaches on Pop Warner, AAU coaches who don't mind facilitating fatherhood. HP, fatherhood. Look at his shirt. The only hood. So ain't no excuse about I ain't have a daddy. Ain't no excuse. Emotionally it's true. But your outcome does not have to predicate on the fact that you got to have a father in order to be successful. I'm a surrogate to a lot of young men around here. Don't want nothing in return but excellence. Good grades, report card, and convocation invitations to the graduation. That's all I require. I want to be at your graduation, young man. And you guys got to understand, the reason why the military the reason why employers are always looking for military or high school equivalents is because they know that you've met the prerequisites of being a good employee. If you ain't graduate high school, they're not going to hire you. Because you haven't met the prerequisites, they got to retrain you from the bottom. And they don't have time. That's why they go after civil service employees and high school graduates. Because we ain't got to start at the bottom, you can hit the ground running. So all my dropouts, drop back in. All my dropouts, drop back in, just to get it, just to have it. All right? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Say about me. I turned 52 last Sunday. 52 years old last Sunday. All the Libras, what's up? You know, and I grew up right here in 89106. So you figured you didn't think you was going to make it past 18. God gave me 52. And some resources and some financial statements to help my community. And that's what I'm doing. So these little girls, these little boys, big girls, big boys, all my big girls and big boys around here, we got work to do. And not just your kids and your family. Racism at an all-time high.
Yes.
Arborview, they flying flags, Confederate flags at Arborview in the high school. In 2019. It's happening, y'all. This is real. This is real. Georgia is in Nevada. It's happening. Confederate flags are being flown on the other side of town.